Mm. Mm.
And we are live. What the hell?
Is it
Hold
the
on.
Ow. Ow. Oh.
Oh Lord. Hello, my beautiful stones and gems. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, Miss Mama Medusa, and this is the Medusa Show. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having technical difficulties at the wazoo. Hey, y'all, come on in, come on in.
Medusa, did you see me just jamming off of the
Give it some time to recoup, and then I'm gonna do the
Medusa?
Okay, because we got a lot to talk about.
Medusa, did you?
My beautiful stones and gems. Can you hear me now?
yes?
Okay.
Yes.
I am your host, Miss Mama Medusa, and this is the Medusa Show. And we are live on TikTok and YouTube. You see my lovely guest panel, The Darren Green Show, and L Teddy 27. We are here, child. I know y'all are here to talk about Keith Lee and this ghetto ass situation. So did y'all just want to start with the Keith Lee tea, or did y'all want to warm up a little bit? First, before we get started, I'm drinking Hennessy, so you already know it's about to be niggacy is what I call it. You know it's about to be a lit show because when black people drink Hennessy, it's always a fucking problem.
And you know we polar opposites, but at the end of the day, okay, we got that same energy. Okay, I ain't got to work tomorrow, so I'm 3 fireballs in, and I got me some wine, child.
Well, let me show you what I'm drinking. I am drinking. Hold on, let me get it.
I hate that I'm so dark.
You
Not
know,
that I'm. What you
y'all
drinking?
know I'm always about my gins. So today's gin is just simple Hendrix. Simple Hendrix.
Gin
Honey, I got that barefoot. Okay, we got that wine up here. This tastes like Welch's.
When I say I'm so dark, I'm saying on my camera. My camera look. If you see, that's what I'm saying. I look really dark on the camera. Not like that. Not like that. The lighting is bad. Leave me alone,
Yeah,
y'all.
to clear up the colorism a little
right.
bit.
Ain't no colorism. There ain't no colorism over here, child. We love being black and dark. All right. So let's talk about this Keith Lee tea. I'm out the loop. Make sure y'all join my live on YouTube because that's where the money is at. And give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a like. But what's going on with Keith Lee? Keith Lee apparently went to Atlanta and he is dragging the Atlanta girlies. The Atlanta girlies are upset. What's going on?
Let me back up.
I have the clip. Can I play the clip first and then we'll do the commentary?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I? I might not have.
Did you get the clip?
I don't think I had the clip. I'm sorry. Okay. I had it, but I didn't.
Well, let me break down. Let me break down what's going on.
He's not dragging though, and I'm gonna let you go there. But I will say, in Keith Lee's defense, he is always, even when he doesn't give a good review, he is way nicer than I will ever dream of being. Yeah. And he's always really nice. So I ain't never see him drag nobody. And a lot of people need to be dragged.
The thing about it is, though, here is the tea, okay? Because I did run this story earlier today. Shout out to my TikTok, honey, because we got.
Okay, because Darren hit 2 milli. Darren hit 2 milli on TikTok. Drop the bomb for Darren.
Okay, hold on. I got my own bomb. Hold on, wait. Because first of all, let's get into it. So Keith Lee is known for doing a lot of restaurant reviews, and he recently, he visited Atlanta to check out the restaurants in that state. And the thing that he does to make his stuff authentic is he has his wife or his entourage go to the restaurant and essentially make reservations without using his name. and to see how it really is to, the real experience of going to a certain restaurant. So he's been going to a lot of restaurants in Atlanta. There was one, the Cream and Honey or whatever, or Milk and Honey.
The real Milk and
The
Honey.
real milk. Okay, the real Milk and Honey child. He went there. He said something about them. He recently went to OLG. And what they be doing over there, child? Let me tell you what they be doing over there. Okay. So basically, he had his wife go in there to set up reservations. They told her it's going to be an hour and 30 minutes. Okay. They was like, we ain't waiting that long. Let's get some food. Let's get some takeout. They don't do takeouts on Sunday. Okay. So at that point, Keith Lee went inside the restaurant and was like, okay, what's going on? What's the problem? And they basically said that, we'll find you a seat in 5 minutes. And it's like, what was the difference?
Because they realized that it was Keith Lee. Once they realized that they was dealing with an influencer with millions and millions of followers, that's when they want to act accordingly. But once they thought that they were just dealing with a regular nigga, just regular old common folks, they didn't give a fuck. That speaks volumes to y'all.
Can I just say?
That speaks volumes to y'all ethics and morals as well.
Can I just say, I've been to all of the restaurants that he went to, and these places are awful. They're horrible. My first time I went to OLG, I went with my good sisters, Really Be TV, and Abby Reviews, who are both.
I've seen her video. I've seen Really Bees.
And we went together. And so, being the only guy, I said, you know what? Well, Really Be tried to call and make a reservation. Oh, we don't do call-in reservations. You have to come in. Okay, girl, whatever. We roll up there. I go inside the store. I told the ladies, just stay in the car. I go, get our reservation and stuff. Who's at the front desk? Brandon. The Brandon that was on the dark skin one who was dating the girl Dominique.
That dumb, cute guy.
The bald head, dark skin one, yes. So he's at the host station or whatever. Hey, like to, get a table for 3. It's a 45-minute wait. Okay. So he gave me the little thing. I said, because I knew they wanted to go to OLG. So I said, okay, we're going to do this. So we was going to wait. So I went back to the car. We over here talking, doing what we do. 45 minutes could go by fast for us because we might be filming a video and doing stuff. So, girl, 45 minutes came and passed. I didn't even realize an hour came and passed. This shit ain't going off yet. It gets to be about an hour and 15 minutes. I goes in there, hey, bro, you told me 45 minutes. That was an hour and 15 minutes ago. Well, we're doing the best we can. We'll get you in when we can. Well, can we order something? No, we don't do that. You got to sit in.
Got them order at the bar or something? That don't make no damn sense.
OLG got a bar?
How
you
can
be able to walk right to that bitch?
No, it was people at the bar.
Oh, there was people at the bar.
So then they said, well, the only time we do ordering is DoorDash, right? Or Uber Eats. It got to be an hour. So I went back and sat. He said it shouldn't be no longer than another 5 minutes. But the people behind that was behind me about to complain said they have been waiting for an hour.
I'm looking at the comments. I'm sorry. Apparently they called him autistic. Milk and Honey called Keith Lee autistic.
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
Because I got fever for Milk and Honey too. Because I've been to that shit show too. I've been to that shit show too.
I do have the response from Milk and Honey as well.
Yeah,
we need that. But
Francesca, tell us where you got that information from, because I need to figure. Yeah.
I didn't hear nothing about that.
Because what happens next is I go back to the car. I wait 15 minutes. It's been an hour and a half. I go in there. Do you have a table? Well, I literally threw the little thing in there, took and said, y'all can have this shit. Threw that shit across the room and kept it the fuck moving and walked out and never went back. Now, months later, I went back by myself. Do you know these raggedy ass hoes had me sit my black ass the fuck down? I ordered some food. These hoes gave me plasticware.
Yes.
And a styrofoam cup.
Yeah.
And straw. Now they gave me a porcelain, plate, but then when they were like, well, some people complain, that they don't want to catch, COVID or nothing. I said, but the plates are clean in the same goddamn dishwasher as the goddamn forks and knives. So if the forks and knives got cocoa So does the goddamn plates and the cups and stuff. It's no different. I don't go and sit down in a restaurant to eat off of plasticware and styrofoam cups. I'm sorry. I'm not sitting down in your establishment paying that high price ass money. And then it was slop.
I'm gonna play Milk and Honey's response, and then I'm gonna give my commentary because I don't have much to say. Real quick.
And who is this Keith Lee?
Daddy, you don't know Keith Lee? Yeah.
No.
Okay, so yeah, that happened. And
so Keith Lee, they made a Milk and Honey. First of all, where's their PR? Who is representing?
No, if you've ever been there, Medusa, they're horrible. They're horrible. Okay. I don't care what day of the week you go. I don't care what time of day you go. You will not be sat down. I'm sorry. You could go from the time they open to the time they close. You will not get a seat outside of waiting 2+ hours. And sometimes I'm going in there and I'm look and like, bitch, ain't nobody in this fucker. Oh, it's a 2-hour wait. Wait, what? Or
which brings me to my next point. So there are Black-owned businesses and there are nigga-owned businesses. And right now we're dealing with niggas. And I hate to say it that way. I'm not trying to be. And the worst thing is when niggas get a little bit of money and then they start smelling themselves. Like these people have never been in positions of power. That's why they're making response videos like they're doing a diss track on TikTok. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, whatever.
Like, Keith Lee, like, girl, bye.
Girl, and then you over here sitting there with a fake pipe. Just it's giving petty bourgeoisie.
Right.
Like, if you were really
fabulous, ghetto fabulous. Okay.
And then if you were really a restaurateur, you know all of the major food critics, you know who these people are. So if I'm a restaurateur, clearly I'm going to know who the hell Keith Lee is. And so you are here trying to, diminish him like, oh, who is that girl?
Quiet.
And mind you, the thing about it is though, because Francesca did respond, she did say, or they did, I don't know.
I think it's Francesca. Yeah.
Right. That one of the employees was in the comment section basically insinuating that he's autistic, in quotes, y'all let an autistic man tell you where to eat. And this goes to show y'all just be hiring anybody, y'all be hiring these damn supermodel, stripper, bout kind of, because when we get into old lady gang, child, like y'all be hiring these people that don't got good no good code of conduct. And at the end of the day, I think someone said this on TikTok also, it's like the simple fact that they don't serve the customer. They are made to basically keep it's an aesthetic. Like they got these, and they're all the same too. Cause we got some in my town, child. They got the damn grass on the wall and shit. Everything looks all nice. They got the little square read.
But the food is flop.
Like, honestly,
food, nasty, service sucks, and y'all just ain't doing shit.
And as someone who went to school for business, granted, they don't teach you not much about entrepreneurship, but there's just a certain level of just professionalism that is lacking when it comes to these when it comes to these nigga-owned businesses. Black-owned businesses are fine.
I'll say like this.
Nigga-owned businesses that we have a problem with, the ones that are asking for a deposit and all this other shit and don't do takedown and have all these goddamn rules that the average business does not have.
And that's why, and you know what? This is why people just go, when they go traveling, they just go to Olive Garden or fucking Applebee's. Even though food may be okay, but shit, at least I'm going to get some good service. Shit.
You expect that the more I pay for a meal, the more shit should be catered to me. The more the customer service should be better. The more, if I say I want it this way, I should be able to get it that way. But I always tell people, if you come to Atlanta, don't go to nothing near the airport or south of the airport, and don't go to nothing within I-285. If it ain't on the outskirts or on the north end, do not go there, because you're gonna deal with fuck shit and fuckery. It'll be you by yourself, and they say you got to pay gratuity 18%. They add it automatically, and it's you by yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
hell nah.
I'm a play devil's advocate, because there are some white-owned businesses that do the same thing, especially the whole 90-minute thing for brunch. Like I've been to some
Yeah.
non-black owned establishments
Right.
a 90-minute
And it's
quota.
not really a dig on. It's not really a dig on black-owned businesses. It's a dig on small businesses.
No, it's a dig on a lot of businesses in Atlanta
because I mean, you ain't gonna get that service at Olive Garden. Even though Olive Garden, Applebee's, they probably got some mid-ass basic food, but at the end of the day, you do get some good service because them. Okay, they got different values.
Olive Garden might not be the best example, but before we
What
get
are you
anything, hold on. It's 7 people in the chat. I need to make sure we have at least 10 likes. Okay, please give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. No, I mean Olive Garden. I mean
Olive Garden is. I'm not, and we're not talking about food. We're not talking.
I'm
about
talking
quality.
about the quality of food.
Yeah, we're not. I'm not talking about quality of the food. I'm talking about the service. You in and out at the end of the day, okay, and the customer service is a little better. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm gonna go there all the time, but I'm just saying like. I need a little bit of good customer service. I don't want to be waiting for a whole hour and then the food don't even be that good. First of all, because some of the small businesses, the food don't even be that good. Because we seen the reviews on Old Lady Gang.
Yeah, they say that the chicken is salty. They say the chicken is salty. They say that you have to eat your food. It's given champagne money with what is it? Champagne prices with McDonald's money. That's what they say.
It's given Golden Corral.
Not even because at least at Golden Corral I can get silverware.
So speaking of Golden Old Lady Gang, what happened with Keith Lee and Old Lady Gang? Because this is going. I'm tired.
What happened was they went.
Never got food.
Yeah, they didn't get their food because they basically was telling them to wait for an hour. Keith Lee came in there and was like, "Oh, we got you for 5 minutes," and Keith Lee was like, "Oh, I'm not doing that because y'all wouldn't do this if I was nobody. Y'all would have me wait an hour just like everybody else." And I think that's where it was like, okay, y'all. Part of it is elitist too, because like if you see somebody coming in there that's a big name, oh yeah, treat them right because they got a big name. You don't want them talking about us in this and third, and they're upper echelon. But if it's a regular person, make them wait.
What it sounds like to me is out at Old Lady Gang, if he walked in there, most of the waiter and waitresses probably still wouldn't know who he was.
He looked regular.
I think it does speak volumes though to your ethics. Like, okay, any place that you go to, I'm supposed to be treated like royalty, especially as a black owned business. You're supposed to be treated looking out for your people. If you want us to recycle this dollar within our community, so for you to just be doing selective treatment for people with clout. Honestly, if you needed another reason to not support Old Lady Gang, here it is.
It should have been the spinoff show.
It should have been that C rating. Hello.
The fact that you said you're not going to order a generator and the power is out at this fucker.
And y'all didn't feel like getting a goddamn generator, you lazy bastards.
Food spoils if you don't keep it within a certain temperature. Hello.
So that's where we really everybody know Old Lady Gang ain't, and that's just another reason for Todd to spend up Candy's money.
We going to the Lanithia Lounge, even though I'm not.
No, we're not.
I'm not parking in your parking
lot. No, Lanithia's Lounge is garbage.
We're not going there either.
It's trash.
I heard it got shut down.
Did it?
Is it still open?
I don't know, but I went.
Let me look at it.
Y'all look at that. I'm looking through the comments real quick. We can move on to the next statement. Real quick. Does anybody watch Love and Marriage Huntsville? Does anybody here? Anybody heard about that tea with Destiny Payton and her getting arrested for fraud because she listed her baby daddy? Okay. She put her ex-husband's name down on her light bill, and now she's getting called in.
I mean, but isn't that what everybody does, though? I mean,
it's closed, yeah.
Permanently, damn. What the hell?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. She put her ex-husband's name down on her light bill, and now he called the cops on her, and now she had to turn herself in. It's really sad. I mean,
she won't be the first one. There's a whole lot of people I know have light bills, gas bills, water bills, and a whole lot of people named. And the person don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, that was the tea. She was on Crime Stoppers. Another reality star on Crime Stoppers. That was it. We can move on to the next topic.
Carlos know how to pick them.
We can move on to Dwight Howard's bussy.
The pussy. Girl, he
Dwight Howard is a sexual deviant. Really, not much to talk about.
sexual deviant, more like a ARP. I mean, RAPE.
Well, we can only talk about what's confirmed. What's confirmed is that he's a sexual deviant.
How is he a sexual deviant though?
All these people have come forward from high and low talking about the shit that, like, what?
Well, I mean, if
What I'm saying is,
in the
in order to classify,
that's not deviant behavior,
right? That's what I'm saying. In order to classify somebody as a sexual deviant, they have to be doing deviant-like behavior.
I mean,
who
they
you
gotta be
choose
doing
to have
scat
sex with
play. They gotta be doing.
doesn't make you a sexual
BDSM.
deviant. Now, let's be clear. I chronicled Dwight Howard on my channel and his sexual proclivities for at least 4 years now. Like, there's at least 8 or 9 videos of different situations and scenarios that's come out over the years with him and his sexual proclivities. So when people were acting like this was a whole news flash, and we've been knowing this about Dwight Howard for years and years and years now. Hell, there are stories going back to when he was in high school at the all-boys Christian school.
Oh, wow.
Before he even was with Royce. So I mean, Dwight,
he's a DL dude. Okay, that's what it is. He's DL.
Wait,
but I'm not even gonna say he's DL. And the reason that I say that is his actions are not DL. He's always been, it's me. Or he'll go to sex parties and stuff like that and not try to hide anything, not screen who is. Like, I know people who are in the entertainment industry and or rappers or athletes, and they do stuff like, they have people who work behind the scenes, go screen who's there, get all kinds of stuff, sorted out before, anything happens. Dwight ain't never been that way. Dwight always been loosey-goosey with his stuff. Like, he ain't care. Always.
Okay, well, the man is queer. At the end of the day, he like what he like. At the end of the day, no one cares about that.
Right. No one cares about him liking men.
Somebody has come out and said that they were assaulted by him, and I think that's what the problem is. That's the only issue I have.
Right, and multiple men have come forward saying that the stories are always very similar. A pattern has been developed. Not to mention, I'm sorry, I hate to be that guy, but when you take into account how those not even allegations, like the stories that have came forward about his son and like the stuff that he was doing to those little boys.
Well, the son was. Well, I want to remove this. The whole son situation was more of the mama more than ever Dwight.
Yes, but according to the mama, he was saying that something had happened to him, and they never really said what. And now there's stories.
No, what happened to him?
There's also stories that that Dwight, like some of these sexual assaults occurred while his kids were also there.
Well, I think we got to parcel that out. The whole thing, the son was all the mom. The stuff that happened to the mom was under the mom's watch. The mom allowed that person to keep being around the son. So I can't blame Dwight for that. The other thing is, it's not far-fetched for you to say, okay, it's 1 a.m. My kids are off sleep. If me as a grown adult who pays the rent here want to have somebody over my house and have a bust down, that's kind of normal for you to have a bust down. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time, every day. That's normal.
But it's also inappropriate.
Why?
Wait, what is a bust down again? What is that? What are y'all talking about?
If you, as a grown adult, maybe you have children, it's 1 a.m, your kids off sleep. If you want to have somebody come over your house and have sex, you can do that. I don't see.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, that's
normal. That's a normal everyday practice.
Everybody that's not married and single do that.
Mm-hmm.
You've had interactions with someone while their kids were in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I haven't. No, because I don't. But I didn't mess with nobody that had kids. Like,
I have. Absolutely have.
But if I did, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, like, I
just think
that's normal. My thing about the Dwight Howard is this.
It ain't no different when your parents in the room fucking while you sleep in the other room.
Right.
No.
That happens all the time here.
All the time.
Okay.
Let's be clear.
Well, let's agree to disagree. I think one is more appropriate than the other one, but okay.
Because they married?
One thing that's consistent I'm not on Dwight Howard's side. I'm not on the
Because fuck
other
him.
people's side. But one of the things that, because I told you I chronicled these stories, it is always consistent. These gentlemen are not randos that Dwight Howard done, SA'd or great, you know. These are people who he has been in some type of ship with, relationship,
Yeah.
situationship,
Mhm.
so and so. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have a grape happen in a relationship
Yeah.
or in a situationship. But what
Mhm.
I'm saying is a lot of times these people have already had, in most cases outside of this one, these people have already had sexual relations with Mr. Howard. And somewhere along the situation, something's not done or given, or I'm blocked, or something happens, things go south, and now there's the baby, I'm mad, I'm going scorched earth, and girl, everybody about to find out your business.
Okay, but let me just say this though. The only reason why I'm not hundred
Now, this
percent
one is different, though. I will say that.
this one is different because not only did he come out with his testimony saying that at the end of the day he brought the second person to the situation, I didn't want that, and that he forced himself on to me
With Miss Kitty.
with Miss Kitty and all that, this, that, and third. But Dwight Howard's response is very telling because now he is kind of altering the discussion whether like everybody's worried because everybody on the outside of the situation is saying, oh my goodness, he's DL, like, oh my goodness, like he's gay on the low. No, that's not the story. The story is somebody came out and said that he got a essay.
And this is
Now,
not the first
And
time.
right here,
about
no,
some DL shit.
there is, as I've been following, there's one caveat to the story. Like Dwight Howard's story's not matching up. But then when I looked at what the guy said, the guy, when he did the original police report, told the Gwinnett County Police that that was his boyfriend and that they were in a long distance relationship. That was the first story. And then as they began to investigate it and wanted to ask him questions, he ghosted the police. The police had to call him and say, hey, sir, this is a 10-day notice. We're trying to investigate what you said is an assault, and you started with us, and now you're ghosting us. You got 10 days, and they ended up dropping the case.
Well,
Now,
we
I'm
know.
not saying that doesn't mean anything didn't
Yeah.
happen, but
Right.
there's a lot of things on both sides that make me go, how is that your boyfriend? Because I think that's a lie. I think that's a flat out lie that he told, saying that by telling the police that him and Dwight are boyfriends. Because if you and Dwight are boyfriends, it just don't add up with that whole, because in the case that you're saying now, you're saying that y'all was just hooking up. You're never saying that y'all are boyfriend.
Uh, listen.
He said that they met online,
Listen.
that they talked online, and they was exchanging messages, but he doesn't make it right now seem like they were boyfriends.
Here's
But
what
in the
we know.
original thing,
Here's what we know. This is not the first time Dwight Howard has been accused of being with men. This is not the first time that a young man has come forward and said that he has assaulted him. Okay.
I haven't heard any other person say that he assault. I heard that they said
all
that
of them. They say that, huh?
this is the only one that says assault.
The
other
other
ones were outing him. The other ones
No,
were
the
outing him.
other ones I've always just been outing him. This is the first one that has said
he
he
said
assaulted me or
the
he
other
raped
one.
me.
The other one we talking
The
about
other one just said he preys on younger men. That's what he said.
That's what he said. But he also was saying that he was threatening him and this, that, and the third. I thought that this was not the first time. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought that this was not the first time that he has said that, like, that somebody has accused him of getting rough.
The other one said that he harassed him. I mean, harassing is
No, right. No, and what the other guy said was, the other guy said he threatened him and said, listen, don't, be putting my business out there, or it might be smoke and issues. That is
the one with the long Remy.
right.
Yeah.
Mason. His name is Mason, I think, something like that.
No, this one said that the dude forced him, like he
Right.
literally forced sex.
Now, when I look, because I've been chronicling this on my channel. When I look at this, right, The first thing that rang the alarm to me was the whole saying that that was your boyfriend, and you know that was not your boyfriend. That's one. Two, I think dude got mad because we find out only through the court documents now. Because I found out that he's mad that so much from the court documents is getting leaked out that he didn't want to know. Dude is mad because Miss Kitty, the one who Miss Kitty
The one with
blew
the
his
wig
back
and the
out.
beard.
Blew Miss Kitty ended up blowing his back out.
Blowing up who's back out? The white or the victim?
No, the victim. And
Oh,
so that is, I think, where the story goes south.
the
I think,
victim. Hold on. The victim got fucked by Miss Kitty.
yes, ma'am. That's according to the court documents.
What?
According to the court that's what I'm saying.
Well,
I've
but
been
did
chronicling.
Dwight make him do that?
Right.
Well, from what I understand, here's the timeline. When the victim hits up Dwight, Dwight says, hey, can you come through? My son is here. Victim said, I see an hour. Are you still gonna be up? Dwight said, yeah, I got you. He said, don't worry, I'm coming. He gets in the Uber. On his way there in the Uber,
Uber.
Dwight says, do you mind if another man or woman comes over? Victim says, I ain't really here for that. I ain't into that. He's already in the Uber paying probably $80, $90 to get there if he's an hour away. You know what I'm saying? Gets there. Him and Dwight, according to the victim and the court documents, were kissing for 40 minutes. 40. I can add up all the amount of times I've kissed somebody in my life put together, and it's not 40 minutes. I'm just telling you, 40 minutes is a long time for you to just be kissing.
I mean, they kissing, they
40.
tugging.
40. No.
They're not just kissing. They're
But no.
rubbing. They're tugging. They're probably playing with their buttholes a little bit.
You know, if they sniff
Okay,
that
but
dick
here's what
properly,
happens,
you know that 40 minutes feel like 4 minutes.
Right.
So I'm just telling you, the court documents say.
What, you ain't never had a night of passion, Teddy? You ain't never had
After, first of all, 40 minutes might be the entire time that we don't have sex. That's, foreplay, sex, afterwards, lay up for a little bit too. 40 minutes?
No. I made out with somebody for about like 20 minutes.
Right. I mean,
It was a movie, honey.
don't get me wrong. I do think 40 minutes is a long time, but
That's a long ass time.
I'm sure they weren't just making out. I'm sure they was playing with the tip, sucking the love dick, okay, and then making out.
Well, no, here's how. No, I'm going to tell you how I might can believe it, because this is where the story starts to go south. Stuff starts to add up and not add up. So after that, apparently, that's when Dwight introduces Kitty after 40 minutes. Kitty comes out. Bro's not feeling Kitty. Dwight puts on some porn. Dwight then allegedly says, all right, let's do this. Bruh is like, nah, I'm not feeling this. Dwight was like, bruh, we here now. This shit might happen. We naked. We here. We could both of them agree. We did agree to go in the room. We did agree to get naked. Both of them in the court documents said that was the agreement. He was like, bro, we here now. I think what happened was bro was turned off by Miss Kitty. Dwight, if you look at the text message chain and you look at how Dwight went after him, Dwight's a size queen probably. Dwight is into the meats because Dwight was focused all on dude's peen. So Dwight in the SA allegations pushed him down and started sucking on his meat, sucking on dude's meat.
Who was he? The victim.
The victim's meat. Dwight starts sucking on the victim's meat. The victim allegedly didn't get hard.
Hold on, this is in the court documents?
Yes.
I just want to make sure we don't have to say allegedly.
This is all court documents. We can say allegedly, but this is all according.
Say allegedly if it's according
to court documents.
Yeah, if it's according to court documents, then it is what it is.
Dude says that's where it kind of turned left. Dwight was like, no, this gonna happen. Start sucking dude off. Dude couldn't get hard, I guess, because he wasn't into, the whole Miss Kitty thing. But Dwight was sucking him off. So eventually Dwight was like, I guess this ain't gonna happen. So that's when Dwight forces him to suck his meat. So Dwight forced the victim to suck his meat.
And
Now,
this is where the essay comes. Well, technically, the essay
so the
already
essay had already happened at
right,
that point.
when he
But
right.
and while the victim is sucking Dwight's meat, according to court documents, that's when Miss Kitty blew her back out. And then after it was all
wait,
over,
blew who
dude,
back out?
Blew the victims back out
yeah,
while he
blew
was.
the victims back
I
out.
got it. Blew the victims back out while he was going down on the
Okay,
watch.
but I got a question though.
Why
Why
you going
isn't
down on Dwight?
why we ain't sue Kitty? Too?
Wait, but hold
Kitty
on.
ain't got
So
no money.
here's what happens. Dude said after it was all over, dude was like, "Okay, I'm going home. Let me catch my Uber." Dwight was like, "Nah, you ain't catching no Uber. Kitty gonna take you home."
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
remember
On
get
that.
the
Yeah,
way
that.
yeah.
home, that's when Kitty told her, "Bro, keep your mouth closed, or somebody will put a bullet in your head." Now that is in the court documents too. But
Wait, what? Pull in the head.
home,
Wait, go back, go back.
on the ride home, Kitty told the victim, "Hey, you remember keep all of this. Don't be talking about this, because if you say the wrong thing or say it to the wrong people, somebody will put a bullet in your head."
Oh,
Wow.
That
oh.
was in the court document. That part I could believe because Dwight admitted that he in the court documents also show that he and Miss Kitty do threesomes and stuff like that a lot.
Wait,
So
why
Miss Kitty know the deal.
Tamel said who Kitty blew? Girl.
I'm looking at the comments. Chanel, you all messy ass. You always coming in late. I'm glad you can make it though. I'm
No,
looking at the comments,
and let me
guys.
just say, let me tell you something about these damn DL men. Let me get my shit off right now.
And then we're gonna go to the next topic. Go ahead,
Let me
babe.
tell you about these damn DL men because they sit there and they plot and they scheme. Okay, they scheme and they plot. Because at the end of the day, I've been in some situations where it's like, okay, yeah, we hanging out this, that, the third. Oh, so and so want to tag along. Well, what so and so look like? You don't want to send a picture. I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
nigga, you go ahead and go
See,
about your merry way. You don't go to the. Now, I'm not blaming the dude because if you told him no and he honored that, then he should
right.
have kept that. But if
But
you,
what you should have did
I wouldn't
was
have showed up anyway because
Kitty
now I
came
feel like you
out.
got to surprise me.
When Miss Kitty came out, you should have been like, "Bro, this ain't what I signed up for. Let me catch my. I'm gone. I'm out."
But see,
Is,
I don't know. I mean, Dwight is a big brolic nigga.
so
He
is
is
this
big.
is this
He is
what
big.
the DL girls do?
That's why I don't mess with him no more.
I'm not
I
gonna say
don't
all
mess
of them.
with
I'm
them.
not gonna paint all DL dudes with that stroke.
No,
No.
because at the end of the day, man, look, you need to be who you are. Okay, at the end of the day, I don't mess with DL men no more because they do be plotting and scheming. And at the end of the day,
But let me say this to you, Medusa. He's going to tell you all about DL dudes. Let me tell you all about Atlanta queens. This is an Atlanta queen, honey. There's a that's a whole because when this first came out, my first question was, did this happen at his house in LA or did this happen at his house in Atlanta? And there's a very real difference. Them Atlanta girls are a whole different ball game. And all of the stories that have come out where people have tried to out Dwight, every single one was one of the Atlanta girls.
Oh
But the
wow.
Atlanta girls are messy like that. Them girls trying to have a come up. Mama claims she's a fashion model. Girl, where?
I
For
don't
where?
know. I
Mama,
don't know. I'm sorry.
Mama
bro, I take a
sounds
picture with
like
my backdrop sheet.
I'm
I'm
still
gonna
on
say like
I'm
this.
on the
I think
side of
there's
the
a thin
victim.
line. I'm gonna say like this. There's a thin line between SA and just some bad sex. And to me, this seems like an Atlanta girl who had
Right.
bad sex. You see, he got money, and you could probably get you a coin, and you might be like, "Girl,
Here's
I
the
can
thing.
easily make this
And I
what
said
it
this
is."
right. Here's the thing.
And add to that, like I said, there's been a slow drip of people over the years who talked about Dwight Howard and his proclivities.
Right.
Nobody ever saying SA.
Right. The thing about it is though, Teddy and Medusa, I think, and I said this on my podcast, this is a case of his word against his. This is what the accuser is saying. This is what Dwight is saying. At the end of the day, none of us know the actual truth. Kitty ain't gonna speak up. Kitty probably gonna be on
No,
the
Kitty is already no. They already have Kitty on top to be a witness for the defense.
I'm reading the comments. If you messing with a DL dude, you know the script. They hit you up, you meet up, they do what you do. They threaten you, you reassure them, you go about your merry way. These are common rules.
DL dudes that I mess with ain't never threatened me. Let's be very clear. And I mess with how many? 2. Yeah, 2. Okay.
And
One
the thing
was
about
about
it
their
is-
life.
Hold
One
on,
was about their life, and the other one,
Let me hold on. How DL? Like wife and kids DL, or just not out the closet?
kids and
Y'all
girlfriends.
got you mess with kids, wife,
I
kids,
admit,
everything.
I'm not a home wrecker. Okay, I don't mess
I am.
with married men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I am.
but the dude I dealt with has kids. I remember when I walked
Kids,
in that room,
plural.
I seen the race car bed. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my
Hey, is
god.
that wait? No, Darren.
Oh my
That's the
god.
calling card of all DL dudes. Race car bed. If they got kids, they got that goddamn race car bed. That is the calling card of all.
And I
DL
sat there, I
dudes.
was like, damn. Fucking kidding me. And then when you block them, they get a new number. They seem to find a new number to reach you. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on?
Because they just want that pussy so bad. It's like you said, it's like it's not even like this is who you like. I just like this is who you really are. Like,
Well, and the thing about it is, the other part about it is, what at least Dwight's camp said is, this didn't come out until Dwight blocked him and refused to talk to him, and then a week later, you went, and this was months after the alleged incident.
Cool. Hey, Kool-Aid said, why is DL still a thing? Society is not judging. Do your thing. I don't think that that's really the case. I think that these conversations need some nuance. I think that we as a society need to foster safer environments for people to feel comfortable to be who they are. And I cannot wait for us to, as a society, to just like not like the whole coming out. And maybe this is not my place to say as a heterosexual, but I do. And see, this is like going back to his response. He's like, oh, well, you know, who cares what I'm doing in my bed? And that's like,
you know what I thought was most
we care if you talk to somebody.
Right. We don't let me land. We don't care. I do hope that our society does come to a place where we don't care.
Well, we can't, Medusa, because you have vile people like Mace and his whole response.
I have the clip. I have the clip.
People laughed at that. People laughed at that and made jokes of that. But to me, that's the sentiments of a lot of people. And shit like that to me is just vile.
Yeah.
And Mace, you're the wrong girl.
Wait, can I land? I was just saying. I'm gonna play it. I have the clip.
Oh, okay.
But I was just saying that you know, we probably won't ever get to this place, but in a perfect world, it would be nice for us to like who
especially
really,
in the Black community.
Yeah, like why is it unless as long as both parties are consenting, why is it a conversation? Like it ain't got nothing to do with your dick, ain't got nothing to do with your ass. Why do you care? I'ma play Mace's response.
Kim is lying if he tell you I don't care what you do on your own time. And then Stat follows up. And women, you gotta stop. For real, put the camera on me. For real. We gotta stop telling niggas what you do in your own personal time has nothing to do with me. It does, my nigga. If you call, come on, man. Yeah, it does matter. It does matter. Those are the lies that are going on in society. We tell people it don't matter, but behind your back, it matters. Yeah. And that's what we gotta first start off by saying. Like you hear Stats saying this because what people do in their bedroom, that's between them. Not necessarily true, but I understand.
I mean, I'm not
Mace,
offended, but it's like I don't know what he's saying.
Mace, you're the last fucking girl to be saying anything. The alleged stories coming out that people could probably tell about you allegedly that allowed you to get put on with Puff Daddy and be as close to Puff Daddy as you are girl, you might want to keep your mouth closed. Girl, you're the last one. The last one. Because we can go to parts of New York right now and have a whole lot of stories to tell from the girls about the things that you have done in your own proclivities. And since we want everybody's business in their bedroom to be out in the open, since we care about what everybody's doing, Mason Betha. Let's also be clear. When you had your alleged stint as a pastor, allegedly, people were saying some things when you was in the pulpit preaching all about how vile and how abhorrent homosexuality was. But there were a couple members of the choir in your room, in your pastor's office for a lot longer than they should have been. You better keep your mouth closed, Mace, before somebody really has to tell a story on you while you out here with all of this stuff.
And let's just say this though. And this goes into. I think I was watching, Kai Cenat. He did like this mocktail of him going to jail or whatever, and then like somebody on Twitter basically said like, some of these straight men, they dibble and dabble with each other sometimes. Like, and I'm not saying all men. I ain't saying all straight. Look, I ain't saying that.
I'll say more than a little bit.
Maybe a good 70%.
At least more than half.
A good 60. Y'all dibbled and dabbled. So don't fucking talk. Don't. Okay. Because you're either fucking or you're getting fucked. Okay, let's be very clear. Y'all. And
not only that, I'm gonna say this: the girls that be making gay jokes, it's not a joke. You're not joking. You really do. This is something that you want to do.
Come on, act. Come on, act. Oop. Let me get my seconds. I don't have
anything else to say about this. We can move on because y'all know we got a hard stop at 9:30. Erica, what were you gonna say?
Oh, Erica, yeah, we can go into
Erica
Mena.
Name alone gives me gas.
We're not gonna stay too long on her, I promise. Erica Mena had and I got some things to say about that. Now I can really tap in. So Erica Mena had an interview with Carlos King, and Carlos King. Before I say what I gotta say, Carlos King, report to the front. Come here because I'm really getting tired of you and your shit. If anybody deserved to hear an interview, it should have been Spice, the black woman who was called a monkey. The fact that you would provide and foster a safe environment for this racist bitch in the blackface to come up here and talk about her bullshit and talk about how she was M-worded and all types of shit. Bitch, who the fuck was it? That's not an excuse for you to be a racist bitch. Okay? Like, I don't appreciate you or you allowing your platform to be used to be a fucking racist apologist. Does anybody want to take the baton? Because I'm
no, don't give it to me because I'm telling you, I'm gonna drag that bitch for everything.
Yeah, I'm
the wrong one. Don't give it to me.
I can because you know what? I'm mad right now because I sat there and watched that hour and 36-minute fluff. That shit was a fluff piece. Carlos, for goddamn days. Every interview is trash, and I know you're only going to talk about the Spice situation for 5 minutes tomorrow. I know you're going to do that.
And the fact that you allocated an hour and a half of our time, and y'all didn't even touch on the Spice situation.
My life, girl. I might give a goddamn that you.
And then it's like, girl, I'm sorry. I'm just like the fact that y'all started off the story with her trauma dumping about her being M-worded in foster care. It's like, what the fuck does that have to do with you being a racist bitch?
I put this shoulder up. I put this shoulder up and I drop him because I don't give a goddamn. Like that's
a conversation that needs to be had, but there's a time and a place.
It's like
Erica Mena. First of all,
Hitler. Like goddamn, I don't.
But here's the deal, Erica Mena. How old are you? You're a long way from when you were in foster care. Okay, baby, if you ain't went and sat on somebody's couch and dealt with that, the time has come and gone, sweetheart. We don't care. You've been vile since the first time we met you. Yeah. Way back on Love and Hip Hop New York. She's been human excrement way back from Love and Hip Hop New York. And
your body count was more than DJ
and all of these other platforms keep giving this piece of human shit a platform to be out here.
Can I pick?
It sickens me. She continues to be given a platform.
Let's just.
think something is wrong with her. Something might not be right up here though.
Calling a monkey, and you're like, isn't she like 36 years old, jumping on somebody's couch, acting a complete
Looking
ass?
very much like she.
Ooh, you want to talk about some That's exactly what you was doing on that couch not too
Hello.
long ago before you got
Hello.
arrested. What are you talking about? You want to talk about a monkey?
Goddamn, you Neanderthal.
You want to talk about?
But I mean, but it's birds of a feather. You got Erica Mena. You got fucking Addie,
Who?
Bambi, and then Addie Mae
Cheeklet teeth.
and Bambi, and then you got Zell Swag. 3 deplorable individuals. They belong in the basket of deplorables that fucking Hillary Clinton taught us about years ago in 2016. These are awful people. Lowest forms of the human species. And it makes sense that they like each other. It makes sense that they're best friends, that they're protecting each other. Because if, at the moment that you fight for the likes of, and see, well, give me just 1 second on this.
Yeah, baby, go ahead.
Y'all, especially fucking Bambi ass, because the fight with Erica and the police happened after you knew all about the shit that she did to Spice. And you over there hanging with this bitch. You over here fighting for this bitch. You over here windmilling and going to jail for some raggedy ass, racist ass bitch. Then the bitch had the nerve to come on here and talk about, I'm just as black as you. My friend is just as black. Girl, don't patronize me. Because see, that's
my mother is this, my father is that.
That's the shit that gets under my skin.
Oh shit.
Way worse than girl.
Hey, it's you.
Girl.
You see, why are we the same skin tone?
Trying to darken your skin.
What were you going for? A hazelnut? A mocha?
You know, she do like some people put on blackface. That's what they do.
It is blackface. And I'm sorry, Carlos King, the fact that you, it's like,
because let me tell you, you came a long way. You came a long way. That's how he sounds too. Like
honestly, like Carlos King is not for the people. He's not an advocate for black women. He doesn't care about black women. All he cares about is mess, entertainment, and drama and entertainment. Yep. Yeah, he doesn't care about the black community. He doesn't give a fuck about it because if he did,
but my thing is this. Look. Here's the thing. Look. That's your life. That's what you want to do. You know, at the end of the day, you are drama, entertainment. You are a producer. At the end of the day, though. Challenge these girls. It doesn't make any sense how all your interviews are trash. Even the one with Nene.
You want
Kenya, I like Kenya, but that interview was trash. You're not challenging the girls.
Right. And if you wanted ratings, you would ask them much more, in-depth questions. You would challenge them, like you said. You would go there with them. You on here? Baby, you here? Let's do it now. Girl, tell me about so-and-so. Why the fuck you call this woman a monkey? Knowing if you black, you know that's the last thing when you should be calling somebody, which proves that you are black. You talk about that, bitch? And let's talk about the child that you said she talked about. Why isn't that child talking to you? Why does that child have a problem with you?
They glided past that. They glided past that. She said, oh, well, he doesn't want to be in the limelight, and people speculate that he has a problem with me.
Child,
something ain't right there. Something ain't right.
I'm reading the comments. Pony said black men be having these non-black women in their preferences gas, feeling entitled to everything. Hey Safari. Hey Carlos King.
Erica is not a Capricorn. Please stop calling her a Capricorn. We over here in Cap Nation vehemently detest parts of her. Please don't throw her in with us.
Shania Thomas. Spice ain't shit either. I know. Spice ain't shit either.
Can I say that? Thank you. You really could have just beat her ass. You could have whooped Spice.
You could have whooped her ass. Because I had to
let me just say this. The second she said something about your child, you could have came across that table and beat her ass, and we all would have been on your side. No, but you can't fight. You could never beat her ass. So you had to resort to what? Racism. Like a racist, like a low down dirty bitch. And the sad part is that you have mixed kids. Because I'm not going to call them black. You have mixed children.
Because the thing about it is, Spice talking about your kids. Spice ain't taking care of her own goddamn kids. So, girl, you could have drugged Spice.
Everything she worked. Blacker.
You didn't even have to hit Spice. Baby, you could have drugged Spice for everything she's worth, because that bitch ain't taking care of her own goddamn kids. How the fuck You talk about, oh, I'm sending my kids back to live in a fucking third world country, but you living over here in mansions in the
Wait
lap
a
of luxury.
minute. Wait a minute. No, no, we
And
not
got
gonna
your mama, your
we not gonna
elderly
describe
mother,
no,
taking
no,
care of them.
we're not gonna describe Jamaica as a third world country. It is a country that is of lower socioeconomics. But we're not gonna call it third world. Shout outs to Jamaica. Boop, boop, boop. Shout outs to
Yes,
my
Sonya. Yes, Sonya.
ancestry.
But
But
what I'm saying is,
you ain't have to go
listen,
wait, like wait, Jamaica over there, like how the fuck did I get in it? Like, wait a
They was
second.
thrown
talk
into a
about the
lot of
fact
stuff
that,
today, child.
remember she did that whole thing where she
You got the
went
flag on you
and
too.
dressed as a white woman, talking about she was proving the point when she did that whole video. And then what season was that? That was like 3, 4 seasons ago. Her first season on Love and Hip Hop Spice, where she came dressed as a white woman for the
Oh
video, talking about
yeah.
I
She
want to prove
pretended
a
to
point
bleach
and
her
shit. I
skin.
drugged that bitch for everything she was worth in that review. Ooh, when I reviewed that episode, I drugged that bitch for everything she was worth. So Spice ain't shit either.
Spice. Yeah.
I don't think that I think that it was she was trying to say that the girls was telling her to bleach her skin because skin bleaching
Oh,
is
I remember all of it. I remember all of it.
I mean she could have done a better job, but she was trying to raise awareness for colorism in
Mm-mm,
Jamaica.
mm-mm.
Okay, all right. Let's take a breather. let's
Which
figure it out.
Lyrica? Lyrica ain't
We
shit
ain't gonna
either.
take no breather because we got a whole. I mean, what other topic you had on the docket, check?
I have Krayshawn and Summer Walk. What you got?
Oh God,
I got
not.
Saucy Santana and Act because
We
they
can,
trending.
you can do that. I don't have no.
Oh, I have Ray J and Kodak Black.
Ooh,
What?
right.
Oh,
Let's
well, L
do.
Teddy, let's keep the record. Let's get the record straight. At the end of the day, okay, I wasn't around when Friends came out, but I did watch Friends. Okay, and that was my show
Yeah,
because they
shout
was
But
out.
that, no,
R.I.P. Rest in peace to Matt. What's his name?
yeah. I don't know.
let's be clear.
Standler,
People
Stabler.
watch Friends and wax nostalgic on Friends now, but at the time, black people, we were not checking for Friends. We didn't watch Friends. Ask anybody black at the time. We didn't watch that shit. That was some white people ass shit. They didn't have no black people. We were watching Be
Oh,
Single. We
hey,
were watching Girlfriend. We were
Oh,
watching
yeah.
tons of other black shows. But any show that don't have not one black person on there, don't want to even acknowledge that black people exist in a city like New York, girl, I want to watch.
Let's be clear though. I watched Full House heavily when I was a child.
yeah.
It was not because of nostalgia. It was because I loved that show. Let's be very clear.
Suburban black girl here. Friends was definitely being
Yeah.
played in our house. Sex in the
Yeah.
City, not habitually, not like Living Single and Girlfriends, but we was watching Friends. Like I mean, it was just all
Hell, we
it
was
like
watching
in the,
Steinfeld. I was watching Steinfeld of mine.
yeah,
Listen,
it was,
I
it
don't
was
have no, but my issue was I have no problem if you want to watch Friends. Go ahead. If that's your show, that is your show, baby. Go ahead. My thing is, I want y'all to keep the same energy with Matthew Perry that y'all did with DMX, with Michael K. Williams, with Whitney Houston, with Michael. Anytime, or with Prince. Anytime these people had any issues in their life surrounding drugs and something like this happened, what happened? Oh, they OD'd.
oh yeah,
Now it's the
I didn't
whole,
know.
oh, hold on. Let us wait and get all of the details first. With our black asses, the bitch is OD'd.
Didn't
I ain't gonna
I
lie
didn't
though. When I heard he drowned, they said he drowned in the pool. I'm like, oh yeah, he was.
Immediately.
I didn't know that was the T. He OD'd. Is it drugs?
Well, they said he drowned in the jacuzzi. He was found dead in the jacuzzi.
Unresponsive.
Wait. I think Candy just responded.
Oh God, I heard it was respectful. I've never seen Friends a day in my life. I feel like I missed some funny moments. You ain't missed nothing. Can we talk about academics real quick?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
And then we have to close out with Krayshawn. So let's
Yeah,
make
yeah.
it snappy.
Okay, so this whole situation with Child Santana and Saucy Santana and Academics Child, it started when Academics made his show, like his little live stream talking about the whole situation. You know, it flopped. Okay. Their
Who?
album Raw flopped. It only sold 10K copies.
Oh, okay, we're talking about City Girls.
And that's who academics was talking about, saying that, you know, they didn't try hard enough, or they don't write their raps. You know, the same old thing. Like, you know what they say about these new rappers, like, oh, they don't push their own weight, they don't do this, they don't do that. You know, being a hating ass bitch. You know,
I mean, they did flop. They flopped. They shit was
they flop, but at the end of the day,
they flop real bad.
Yeah,
they
but
flop real bad.
Yeah, but
no, Darren.
Let me just say
that. Earlier, she was telling people, "Oh, this rap album gonna shut a lot of people up and prove the haters wrong." Girl, you ain't proved nothing.
Let me just say this: I think of lack of promotion and lack of a push from the label.
Girl, she was out here windmilling.
Hold on, let me just say this though. But the label did not give that album any radio play. This was not in playlisting. Like, you cannot just blame them. Like, people are not buying albums like that. Even Doja Cat, who has been a juggernaut, like her or hate her, but she has been selling records. Even her album did not perform better than her previous records. People
but she ain't still only 8K.
Music. People
she didn't come out here only selling 8K in the first week.
All right, girls. So what happened?
Has anybody's album done phenomenal in the last couple years? What? Give me a best rap album of the year recently.
I mean, the only person sold less than City Girls is my girl from Escape. Latasha Scott. She the only album that went worse than City Girls. Hell, I could come out here and make more sales than City Girls right now. And I am a City Girl. Bitch, I'm the original City Girl. I'm from Miami, Liberty City. Come on.
All right, Miami.
Nobody album really, nobody's music is really, unless, you know,
unless we talk about the white people.
Right. So what happened? What happened with
they flop? They're flopping.
What happened with academics?
Yeah. Let's get back into that. Yeah, right. Let's get back into the story. So basically, academics made his little piece. Young Miami responded on Twitter. They went back and forth, and then that's when Saucy Santana came in and said, "You talk about my best friend, this, that, and the third. You always talking about a girl. He was dropping slurs. Child called the boy the F word. Child. He was. Santana said this about Ack. Added him. He tagged him. So Ack was gonna respond. And he was saying all this Batsima this and Batsima that and all that, this, that, the third. And he was saying, oh, no, I'm not going to see I'm not fighting and or walking up or trying to find some Batsima. You got to come to my address, dox his own location. And then Santana responded, was like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to your house and this, that, and the third. We said we meeting you outside. We meeting you outside. So, they were just going back and forth. Like, it...
Ain't nobody scared of Santana. Excuse me.
Santana. Girl, you the girl that got shot at leaving the office and was over there on the side of the road, boo crying.
I was gonna say, ain't nobody scared of academics and his hips. Now, I will say, Santana, I do give you a little side eye because they say that according to the girls were saying that you was getting real disrespectful, putting your finger and your long fingernails in the man's face, and then when they pulled up on you and started shooting, that's when you was like, "Oh, it's homophobia." It's that's like no.
What happened to Santana? Santana was out of order.
Right.
Santana, let's be clear. As a card carrying member, I have a key card down to the Rainbow Coalition compound. Okay, Santana is not the representative, spokesperson, information director for the Rainbow Coalition compound. So anything that bitch says out of her mouth, you take that shit with a grain of salt. And please say that it represents Santana only and not the Rainbow Coalition compound. And Mama be coming out here like she windmilling for the whole Rainbow Coalition. And baby, we're not behind you in your fuck shit. Because Mama be on some real fuck shit. And then when shit goes left, now she over here with us looking for us to windmill for her. Girl, I'm not windmilling for you with your fuck shit. Because this didn't even have nothing to do with you.
Child,
it didn't have nothing to do with you, but she was he was defending his best friend. At the end of the day, if some random dude coming for your best friend, you gonna come for that. You going at the end of the day, men is involved in this. You argue with a whole woman. Because that's my friend. And no, we're not gonna sit. This ain't gonna be no slander Sauce Santana. Because Sauce Santana, he be doing some fuck shit, but at the end of the day, he was right on with this one.
I agree because academics only comes at women.
Yes, he recently just came for Glorilla for no fucking reason. You going back?
We're not talking about Glorilla. We're talking about this situation right here. He said the city girls ain't sell shit. They shit was flopulous. He wasn't wrong.
He said more than that though. It's not that they flopping.
But what did he say? I'm not.
I
I
mean,
didn't see what he said.
it's the same old thing. Like, oh, you sell sex, or you this, or you under it.
But
Like,
I agree. I
it's
agree
very
with that.
misogynistic.
A lot of these girls like the city girls and like Sexy Red. They come out here, have one or two hits. They don't really have no content, no real, staying power, and they expect to sell more albums. And the shit is a flop. And somebody has to come out here and say, "Hey, bitch, it's only so many times you can tell me about your pussy get bust open." Have some real lyrics. Have some real bars. I mean, at least I got to give your girl,
Who? Oh,
his girl.
his girl.
Elizabeth Parker, she don't only come out here and rap about her pussy.
She was in 2010, but she stopped
You know what
doing
I'm saying?
Right.
She can come out here with and for you to have some kind of staying power, girl. I can only hear so many times he dicked you down, you sucked his dick, and how nasty, girl. And even if you're going to do that, at least be creative. That's the one thing that I do like about Suck It Hannah, as I call it, Sukiyana. Sukiyana may do that kind of stuff, but to me,
she's the worst one. I'm sorry.
she be so out of order.
I hate
But
her.
if she wasn't as vile as she is, and I just simply, if I never knew her and just listened to her songs, I would like her songs better than I like City Girls.
Okay, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing.
I mean, the man said they were trash,
If
and
he
they're
said,
trash.
if what he said was right or not, at the end of the day, when he made his take, but he's always been coming for the city girls. Like, this is not just like a one situation. Like,
I've been coming for the City Girls since they came out,
yeah,
and they
but
from
at
my
the end
area.
of the day, but you going back and forth, and then when they tweet at you, you going back and forth, and then you saying all these derogatory things, and it's like you talking to her like you talking to some of these dudes. Like, no, like at the end of the day, a man needed to step up and get involved, because at this point, you just you going after a female. And like Saucy Santana had to be that guy. Like, he was like, you know what, you ain't gonna talk about my best friend like that. I know if some dude out the way coming for my best friend, my woman best friend, I'm going to say
Here's my issue with Saucy. If Saucy had done anything but start using F-bombs, I'm like, go ahead.
Academics would have still been on that type time.
No.
Academics
What I'm saying is, I just have an issue if me and you, Darren, are talking and it's just us, the girls, and we might throw out an F-bomb, just like with black people. When it's just us black people, you know what I'm saying? And we want to throw out the N-word amongst us. Okay, if I get in an argument with a white person and I start infusing and injecting N-words in there, I've opened this whole argument up. I've opened this whole dialogue up to use of that.
Black people be calling white people the N-word. I hear that
and
all the time.
And I'm not saying that they're right. They're not.
Well, we know Saucy Santana is dumb, so that's just that. And that's that's
not trying to act like he's an academic. And my thing is this: y'all called us this word. Okay, we gonna take the power back. If y'all gonna call us that word, then we gonna call it to you too.
That's another thing. I'm sorry, maybe and maybe as a heterosexual, I love it. I love it when straight men get called the F word. I love that shit. Like, I don't like to hear it when it's being called to gay people. But I think it's just I have no sympathy. So yeah, I'm sorry. It don't bother me none.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not defending straight men with that. Because at the end of the day, bitch, if it was done to me, y'all would have been laughing. So, girl, exactly. Just like the whole thing about just like the whole discourse about the sassy thing. At this point, we defending y'all, and y'all don't give a fuck about us. So you know what? Women can call y'all sassy and zesty all you want. I don't care no more.
Okay. I'm sorry, but it's just funny how bad men get when you call them zesty. They get so upset. Oh my god. Ooh, zesty, a little tangy. Like, it's
because their manhood is so fragile, and it's just like it's so fragile.
I don't even mind that. I don't mind spicy. What I don't like is sassy. I don't like that. I mean, it's just like, and if you're gonna be sassy, I'm gonna call it out like, oh, he got some sass Yeah. Mm.
A little sassy, you know.
A little neck roll.
Remember this one time on TikTok, this dude was like, "You over here calling me sassy like I'm some punk bitch." I'm like, y'all be in y'all feelings. Y'all be in y'all feelings. Y'all supposed, girl. That's why I said I can't defend it. I can't defend it.
I am gonna say I just hate that as black people we just like
Shania says,
allow all of these
speak on Krishan, child. We got to go ahead.
we like allow all these white people in our spaces to have all this conversation, but I just don't like white people like that. They get on my damn nerves.
I mean, well, look,
that's why we're friends.
Right.
Flip the table.
Just can't stand. Oh God,
I mean, what about Krishan? Like, what else is there? Oh my God.
Okay, that's the closing story. Let me pull up the tea. So Krishan and Summer Walker had a falling out, and they were going back and forth. I just want to say shout outs to them because I made a video on it. It hit 1 million, and I made $700 on that shit. So I'm happy. I'm doing very good. So I'm gonna play the clip and then I'm gonna give my commentary.
A little baby in his restaurant. Fuck little baby in his restaurant. Nigga, I'm talking about a kid. You talking about me eating at somebody's fucking restaurant. Yo.
Did I need to play it? So she was imitate Summer Walker unprovoked. I wouldn't be surprised if she had some new music being released or something because it came out of nowhere. She, I guess because of Halloween, I guess she decided to dress up as Krishan Rock, and blacken her tooth. Speaking of which, Krishan, why don't you get that fixed? Like, is that a part of your brand? You say you have money. Why? I mean, I don't get it. Isn't it not sanitary to have an opening like that in your mouth like that? Anyways, so she made the video. Wait, you're annoying.
I mean, we're expecting good judgment from this woman.
I just don't get it. Like, it's just not. You've been walking around like that for the last couple years. Like, do you like?
I mean, she's been walking around with Blueface as well. I mean, that's not good either. That's bad for your health as well.
I'm just saying, she be talking about how she got. I'm sorry, a bitch that got the missing a front tooth could never say nothing. You could never read me.
I mean, a bitch getting fucked by Blueface can't say nothing to me either. That's a whole other story.
Well, I mean,
you'll be surprised. There are people who want to fuck on him.
I'm sure there are a lot of people walking around with missing teeth as well.
I mean, look at Jaden, or however you pronounce that girl name. Bad with a Barbie.
Alexa, yeah. I'm a bad the motherfucker.
That song ain't bad though. That song kind of hit a little bit.
It's cute. They say that he should have gave the song to Ruby Rose. Okay, so this is. I think that would have been cute. This is Krishan's response.
Talking about, hey,
I thought it was funny.
Do you need any help? I see how this new mommy shit. Don't worry about it. And then the same bitch that joined the hate train, the mockery, the joke of Rock. All right, but I ain't making no mockery of you having 3 fucking kids, no man, in a fucked up BBL. Like, my nigga, a lot of motherfuckers, y'all got no room to talk about or mock people, joke on people for the fun of it. Check your life before you start fucking playing with other people. Real shit. And then y'all acting like I'm gonna beat the shit out of anybody that crossed my path. Like, stop playing with me, my nigga.
It's something about Summer Walker's shape, like, look. If you're bad built, you're bad built, eh?
Bitch, if you built like a beanbag, you built like a beanbag.
Bitch, if you're built like a Chrysler, girl, because why the thing wobble like that? You got the Asian doll BBL.
Listen, I am all here for surgery. I'm sorry, I'm here for surgery shaming. I will never shame your God-given body, but if you paid good money to let someone do that to you and you look like that, you deserve to be ashamed because you look a fucking mess.
This is doctor. God damn. Like,
they don't have money like that. They don't.
I feel like this is an argument between vomit and feces, and they're arguing it out. Which one is worse? Which one people like the least? One comes out of either end. One comes out of one end. One comes out of the other end.
Both are not
and
able
both
to
of them are disgusting and deplorable. I mean, this is what we have going on here because there's nothing worse than a Krishan Rock. Nothing, unless you're talking about Summer Walker and her horrible, her horrible stints with Dr. Miami or whatever, plastic surgeon from south of the equator that did whatever the fuck that is in her body. I mean, let's just be clear.
um,
Vomit, human feces. Let's see who's the worst. Because Krishan, shut your ass the fuck up and try and take care of your damn child before
Worried
CPS
about
roll up
somebody
over there.
dressing up you as Halloween girl, Krishan.
Girl, you need to be worried about CPS
Mm,
rolling up at your goddamn door.
mm.
well, CBS done already rolled up at Summer Walker's door. So
That's
um,
what I'm saying. This is a battle between vomit and human feces. Both of them are horrible.
her tooth is fixed now. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Good for her. It should be. It's been a long time. Okay, good. I didn't know. I thought she was still running around toothless. I'm gonna be reviewing Baddies East. I got some requests. I just gotta get some time. This
Mm.
I've been watching Baddies East. Like I started really watching it. I'm
I've
like,
been watching House of Villains.
oh, where? What channel?
It's on Bravo.
Is it? So is it on Peacock?
hey, it is on Bravo.
Mhm.
Ah,
What?
I gotta go. I gotta catch up. Is it? If it's
on
on
Bobby,
Peacock.
Peacock,
I know
Bobby
it's on
Light
Peacock.
Grace, the network of Bravo.
it's on Peacock.
Did he make it?
It's
Oh
on
my
Peacock.
god!
Hold on, let me think.
Yeah, I don't think it's on there. I thought it
Not
was on.
Bobby
I'm
Light.
pretty sure. Look it up
I thought it was on E or something.
Yeah, I thought it was on something else.
because I know I watched it. I have friends,
We
so I
about to
have
look it up.
every streaming service.
Naya.
I have every streaming service imaginable between me and my. Each of us have one, and we just share.
My
We just share
opinion.
passwords.
My opinions on Baddies East. I don't know if y'all are watching.
I can't watch.
What's Rolly needs to go. She's been on there for far too long, and that's about it. Rolly needs to go
What
and
is
fuck
wrong with y'all with
Scarface.
Rolly?
Huh?
Also, Potomac starts this Sunday.
Oh, I
Does
know.
it?
I know.
Whose channel are we going on first?
I'll volunteer. That's my
Okay.
beat. That'll be my beat.
Okay, and then I
Oh
will.
wait, did anybody look up to see what y'all? Because I just watched it. The House of Villains. Did anybody look it up?
Oh, hold on. Let me see.
I'm not sure. Am I pronouncing your name Shania or Shania? Shania. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. I'm gonna do a full review. I'm gonna do a full review and just go down the list. I hate
I
Scott.
can't listen. The way my brain cells are set up, I just can't.
Wait, why do you hate Psy?
I hate Scotty.
Oh,
Who? What are you talking about? I hate Scotty. I hate her face. Every time I try to like her, I can't get with it. Shania. I'm sorry. Please subscribe to my channel because I will make it more. I'm gonna review baddies. I don't know how, but I'm gonna review it. I'm just gonna just do like a probably like an hour video. Just go run down the cast. Yeah, fuck Shania. Fuck Scotty. I'm sorry. I'm gonna head up out of here, y'all. Thank you so much for
Well,
joining
I'll be
this
reviewing.
channel.
I'll be reviewing Potomac. So my people want me to review House of Villains. I'm thinking about. I don't know.
we'll get into Potomac. We'll start with your channel, El Teddy, and then we'll just
Okay.
go. Because we got to start with these whores. We gotta.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna do. I don't know about Potomac. We'll see. If y'all want me to do Potomac, I will. I mean, I guess I should. I'm only gonna review it on a panel style, but I'm definitely gonna start reviewing baddies because
You gotta watch Potomac because We're doing the panel, ma'am.
that's something. No, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it like a review every episode because I definitely didn't review Atlanta. They tired ass
But
season.
what I will say is Potomac can get you good numbers. I will say Potomac generally does do good numbers.
Well, if I can get some money, I'm gonna do it. Cause I'm a hoe for social media. That's the only hoe and my husband. Let me get up off here, y'all. Tell the girls where they can find you.
You can find me at the Darren Green Show. Okay, we just did a video. I talked more about that whole Saucy Santana and academic situation. So go ahead, watch that video after you're done watching this live. Follow me at TikTok, Darren Green TikTok. You already know what it is. We giving y'all weekly shows. I got some surprises coming out soon.
Yeah.
Show.
Come on with them
Can't say it yet. Can't say it yet.
You can say it. Say no, I'm just playing. Teddy, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at LTeddy27 official on YouTube and Instagram, on Twitter. I'm sorry, X, formerly known as Twitter. You can find me at LTeddy27. I try to go live every afternoon if I'm not out of town, around 5-ish, usually between 5-5:15-ish. Every day I try to go live, talk about the day's topics and politics and different things. And we have a good time, and we look at men sometimes and have a good time.
We surely do. And y'all already know where y'all can find me at Medusa Show Off on Instagram and YouTube, and at the Medusa Show on TikTok. Thank you for joining my live, y'all. It's been a good time. I will see y'all I'll see y'all next time, and I'll be back for some more. We go live every Monday at 8 o'clock. Love y'all. Deuces.
Love y'all.
Bye, y'all. See you.